When I was in a few years ago, when I decided to diversify my clientele, I gotta tell you guys, it was not the easiest decision. But what made me follow through with the decision and actually do what was needed for diversing my clientele, I realized that it's not more so about what I was afraid to do. It was more so about what I needed to do. And the main reason why I felt like I needed to build a diverse clientele is because I recognized it was not common at all in the industry. So to help me actually pursue something that I knew that was an issue, few things, it was like three things that I felt like I was facing in order to make that transition into my life. The first thing that I faced was I dealt with a lot of fear. I was afraid. I was afraid. What would they think? You know, actually being in a place where I served nothing but African American clients most of my career, I took that time, that opportunity to say I wanted to start servicing other people that I had not been used to their backgrounds or, any of those things. And so when I started to pursue that moment, fear started creeping in. And I was wondering, will these people accept me? Will they even like my services? Will they like what I offer? Um, do I have enough knowledge? Like, so many questions were coming up because I was afraid of what I did not know. I was afraid that it would even be successful or this could even be a thing. Like I said, I did not see anyone at that time service people all across the board. And so when I recognize that this is fear that's trying to hold me back, this is fear that's trying to hinder me from actually moving forward and actually seeing if it could even work, I had to catch fear down. I had to pray, and every single day I had to grow in confidence in the fact that God had given me this ability, this gift to be able to build a diverse clientele. Was it easy? No. It wasn't easy because there were several times that I did mess up. There is still time that I am challenged to even grow in ways. A few ways that I know that I did have to grow was first communication. I had to learn how to communicate with people who walk from a different way of life. I can definitely say there are some different interests that we all carry, but I recognize that we all have at least one, two to three common interests. You just have to figure out what it is. But the moment that you actually make that connection from the interest and you get to know clients who experience a different walk of life than you start to recognize, wait a minute, we got something in common. We got something. We got something to share. We got something to talk about. And wait a minute, I'm experiencing that same thing too. You mean tell me you're going through that too? And then the more and more that happens and we get closer, then what happens is clients, as well as I get to see they have something I need and I have something they need. And that's the beauty behind it all, you know? And so I say all of this to say one of the top things that I recognize since diverse in my clientele, I have recognized that during the time that I was servicing clients in the salon, there were common seasons where in the summertime I stopped offering braid services. So with the services that I was offering, I recognized there were certain seasons when I would be very slow, especially in the African American community. I noticed with the services that I offered, because I didn't offer braids, my clientele would dip down low in the summertime. And I was like, okay, I was always had this saying, okay, in the summertime, you have to figure out what else you're going to do because it's going to get slow because people are going to get braids. And so when I diverse my clientele, I recognize I no longer had to say that because what is common in one community is not common in another community. And that's the beauty behind diversity. You can definitely be able to offer your services all across the board, regardless of what people have went through or what they look like, where they come from. But what you know is that you offer a service. And that service that you offer is going to be an advantage for people, all of God's people. The beautiful part about this journey is that I get to see the beauty behind why God created this kingdom so unique the way He did, why He made us so different, why did He have us where our hair shapes are different types and different structures and all of these things. That's the beauty behind it. But the best part about being a professional is that you get to not only connect with different types of people from all walks of life, but you also get to educate them and you get to serve them to your greatest capacity. This is my story, my journey of serving a diverse clientele. And I gotta tell you guys, I am still growing, I am still learning, but I am also still loving this part of in the industry because it actually took what I do and it took it to another level because I got to learn more about the different textures. And then, we have this thing of how we like to compare and say, well, my hair this and this texture this and this texture that. Listen, I have met some Caucasians with some curly hair. I have met some Puerto Ricans with some wavy hair. Like, y'all will be amazed how the race that you are has nothing to do with the texture on your head. It does not. But that's the beauty behind it. Like, you have to get in a place where you see beyond race. When we actually look beyond race, I feel like what it does is, well, I would say this. Like, I recognize when I look, what we like to say, race is the issue. But I recognize that it has nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with rejection. It has everything to do with deception. And it has everything to do with your confidence. Being confident in who you are, embracing who you are and what you do does not have anything to do with anyone's race. You offer a sewing, can you do a sewing on any texture? You offer lock service, can you learn how to do lock services on all textures? You offer silk press, can you learn how to do a silk press on all? That means you're gonna have to learn round breast technique. You do makeup. Can you learn how to do makeup in different shades beyond the browns and the neutrals? Like, y'all, come on. We have to stretch this year. And I'm excited because I am looking forward to not just sharing my testimony and my journey with diversity, but I'm looking forward to helping unpack and be able to show, um, just show others more of what they are missing. But one thing I can say, when you step on the other side of this and actually expand your services to more diversity, more diverse service, what you're going to realize, you're going to come alive. Your gift is going to expand. And when we stop at a certain texture or a certain skin texture or certain race or background, whatever, what you're doing is you're putting a cap, a lid what God wants to remove and take you straight to the sky. The sky is the limit. Do not limit yourself in 2025. It is time for us to become more diverse, y'all.